Okay. It's been a while. I don't think I'll get to finish Yukimaro's today, but I still want to play today because it's been a while, and I'm not gonna get any more free with uni, so just kind of push through the last two routes. I don't remember where we left off with Yukimaro's route. Or chapter 6, the following day. Hello, welcome to the stream. The following day. It was the first time my mother had a day off in a while, so the three of us had breakfast together. Mom's question caught me off guard just as I was about to enjoy a bite of egg. I paused and set my chopstick down. I haven't had the chance to tell her yet. I only thought of it yesterday. Tsubasa leaned in excitedly, her curiosity obviously piqued. Hello, welcome. Hi, how are you doing? It's at a cafe where we've been visiting together since we were little kids. That's the one. I love the confectionery, so I decided to start exploring careers with things that really interest me. I'm still figuring things out, but they say to strike while the iron's hot, so I'm planning to visit there after school. Tsubasa looked genuinely happy for me and gave me a supportive slap on the back. Oh, they're so supportive. Thank you. I was giggling and feeling bashful when the doorbell suddenly rang. Yukimaro? With a puzzled look, my mom went out to the door and I instantly felt a knot in my stomach. This early, it gotta be... Yukimaro! Sure enough, Yukimaro entered the living room wearing his mortal clothes and a bright smile. Why is he here now? He then placed a stack of pamphlets on the table. Curious, I picked up the top one, and found it was a vocational school specializing in training pastry chefs. He gathered all of these last night? How did he get them? Like, did he just break into like the library and stuff to get them? My mom and Tsubasa were impressed, examining each of the pamphlets with interest. Yukimaro beamed, clearly proud to have made a favorable impression on my mom and sister. I couldn't contain my surprise at the sheer number of materials he'd gathered. Thinking back on it, he got up and left the room just after the incident with the cake. And here I thought he left because I wouldn't share any more cake with him. I had no idea he was up to something like this. Gathering so much information in one mind must have been very difficult. Yukimaro's always one step ahead of me. But why did he choose to come by now? He could have waited to give this to me when we were alone. Hi, Koharu. Oh, Koharu's here too. Koharu shook his head in disbelief. Yukimaro glanced at us with a warm smile, then turned his attention back to Koharu. Hey, it sounds like a proposal. Why does it sound like he was challenging someone? I recall Yukimaro leaving the house in tears. Don't tell me he's doing all of this because my mom and sister were gushing over Koharu earlier. I stared at Yukimaro, who has been beaming with pride, before he strode over and whispered in my ear. His smug expression made me burst out laughing. Sure, whatever you say. It's impossible to stay mad at Yukimaro. He's just too adorable. My laughter continued as Koharu sighed and walked away.
よかったら雪丸さんも朝食を食べていってください。あまり凝ったものはありませんけど。それは嬉しいの。遠慮なくご商売に預かるとしよう。
How shameless. He sat beside me and gladly accepted the large bowl of rice my mother offered him.
家族団らんの時間にかたじけないの。いえいえ、人数が多い方が楽しいですから。それにしても、雪丸さんって不思議な言い方をしますよね。古風というのかしら。
It's true, Yukimaro did tend to speak in a more old-fashioned term, especially when compared to Koharu. Yeah, that's why, like, as much as I want to play 9-week sequel, like, immediately right after, I don't think I'll be able to, because I find Koharu's way of speaking, like, a little difficult to understand when listening to it. So I probably won't understand it, so I'm gonna have to wait for localization. I guess Toka speaks that way too, sometimes. Then I remember that Koharu called Yukimaro a former god. Maybe Yukimaro's old-fashioned speech comes from the fact that he's a god? One of these days, I'll really need to ask him about that.
Oh, そうだ。ミサ、ディスプレイいつ見に来てくれる?
I'll visit after school tomorrow since the part-time job isn't settled yet. Seeing as I might get busy with a job, I should probably go sooner rather than later. I'm excited to see her work. She's put so much effort into it.
姉上はどのようなお仕事をしているのだ?
Oh, I guess I never told Yukimaro about it.
若い女性向けのアパレルショップで働いていて。
Yukimaro seemed genuinely interested as Tsubasa explained the ins and outs of her job. I watched as my mom smiled and got up to make a pot of tea. This feels so surreal. Yukimaro here chatting with my family over breakfast as if it's the most natural thing in the world. It's so comforting. I was filled with happiness as I watched him fit in seamlessly into these moments with my family. He's basically a part of the family now, so... After finishing breakfast, I went out with Yukimaro.
学校までお供するぞ。せっかく人の姿になっていることだし、良い機会だからの。
That's really sweet of you. Thanks. Grateful for his offer, I agreed. Together, we strolled along the path to school. The weather was perfect, and feeling the newfound support of my family put a smile on my face. Yet, Yukimaro seemed to be acting somewhat awkwardly. What's gotten into him? Curious, I noticed him extending his large hand out towards me. He's blushing! He's blushing, and he wants to hold our hand. I froze for a moment, then flashed. No, we can't! Someone might see us. I quickly shut down his suggestion, and Yukimaro's face fell with disappointment. No! No, it's like we kicked the puppy. I instantly knew what he meant. His words hit hard. Seeing me like this, Yukimaro cocked his head. I know. I didn't forget. Hearing him say it out loud though, I guess our time together really is coming to an end. The whirlwind of emotion hit me. I felt lonely, sad, upset. Hey Yukimaro, I haven't found my path yet. Do you wanna like swing over all the way to Australia for me? Stop that! I blurted out those words. I quickly realized how loud I shouted them. I glanced up at Yukimaro, who was blinking at me in shock. That was... As I struggled for words, Yukimaro's expression softened as he gave me a knowing smile.
サ殿とこの先も一緒にいるにはどうすればよいのか。だがないのだ。人とあやかしが共に同じ時を過ごせる方法はな。
His tone was gentle yet firm, highlighting just how set in stone our future was. I don't like how like both the spirits are so firm that we cannot be together. I mean, cause like with the other routes, Misa was the one who's like, oh, we can't be together or something like that, you know. Yukimaro wants to stay with me. A mix of joy and sorrow hit me, knowing both desired something impossible. I must have looked so upset right now.
だから今こうしていられる時を大事にしようと思う。
He took my hand, holding them
ど
firmly.
んな瞬間でもそばにいよう。
He's right. We should cherish the time we have left. I nodded, and Yukimaro smiled, easing my troubled heart. If we have to part, I want him to remember me smiling happily. And if the ever optimistic Yukimaro said there was no way for us to be together, then that must be true. It seemed like our best option was to enjoy every moment we had together, until the very last second. As we looked into each other's eyes, a sound nearby caught our attention. Was it, Sayaka. Sayaka! I turned towards the noise and saw Sayaka. Her back hit the ground and she stood there utterly shocked.
ミサ、まさかユキマロさんとそういう関係だったなんて。
Oh, this is... We've been gazing into each other's eyes, holding them... Wait, and... That's on my phone, okay. We've been gazing into each other's eyes and holding hands. It was only natural for Sayaka to assume we were a couple. I scrambled to think of an explanation.
さやか殿、おはよう。
Yukimaro greeted her with his usual bright smile.
おはようございますってそうじゃない。二人はいつの間に恋人同士に。
Dating? No, we're not. I quickly denied it, and Yukimaro looked taken aback, his hand desperately clutching to mine.
ミサ殿、違うのか。
Yukimaro looked like a scolded puppy, sad and confused. No, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, yes, I care about Yukimaro, and I know he cares about me, but it's complicated.
どっちな。
Okay. I feel like I've only just realized how I felt is better. But then the we're not dating yet feels a bit dreadful. Yeah. I've only just realized how I feel. I'm not sure.
なんだ、意識してるなら、それって好きってことじゃない。
Oh, that's interesting. Wait. Did she just call us Ishiki? Did she just call us by our last name? I thought she usually calls us by Misa. Well, as I stood next to Yukimaro, I felt like I couldn't be completely honest about it. Blushing, I searched for the right words, and I heard Yukimaro's voice pressed for an answer too.
そうじゃそうじゃ、そういうことじゃ。ユキマロさんはどうなんですか。
Sayaka realized I was being evasive and turned to Yukimaro.
我は決まっておる。好きでたまらないのだ。
Ah, tamaranai no. Yukimaro announced with pride.
それじゃ、もう恋人同士ですね。そういうことじゃな。
Yukimaro agreed with a confident nod, and Sayaka let out a little squeal of joy and clapped. You guys, don't gang up on me like that. My internal happiness at Yukimaro's words faded, replaced by exhaustion at their antiques. Yukimaro and Sayaka continued to giggle all the way to school. Little did Sayaka know this is the literal god and guardian spirit of happiness that she was looking for. Being alone with Misa was wonderful, but walking to school with her friend is nice too.
それにしてもいいな。ユキマロさんみたいな大人な恋人がいたらいろいろ相談できて力になってくれそう。
Me too. I want an older boyfriend. I want Koyo. Oh, Sayaka is truly wise. Can we stop that with the boyfriend talk? Misa dono still won't accept it. It's not that, it's just... What is this? You're telling me there's a chance, Misa? A hopeful warmth pinged in my heart. I just think we should talk about it first. I see, so verbal declaration is in order. It seems like this was in the proper place. One must consider the atmosphere. What do you mean? Misa looked puzzled, but I'll keep it quiet for now. It would be far more fun to surprise her. Yes, I'll make it a declaration she'll never forget. Oh, huh? Oh, I love him so much. Sayaka, let's go. Misa hardly pulled Sayaka away. I watched the two of them leave, then smiled. Before entering the building, Misa glanced back at me. She checked her surroundings, then waved stealthily back at me. Look at how adorable she is. I can still see the flush on her cheeks from here. Ah, so very endearing. Don't say that! Making my master happy was my purpose, and yet that means we have to say farewell. Perhaps the ache in my heart shows just how immature I really am. The time left with Misa is short. There's not a moment to waste. To be with Misa forever, that is merely a fairy tale. Perhaps that will bring her a little joy. Yukimaro is such a sweetheart. I don't know why my sister doesn't like him. Then, after school, Sayaka had teased me all day and I was feeling exhausted. I should hurry to the cafe. Then, when the last bell rang, I dashed out of school. Oh, Yukimaro, what are you doing here? That's fine, but I'm going there to ask for a job. We won't get to eat any parfait. His words made my heart race, yet I wasn't swayed by them because... Excuse me? Who's the one who stole a piece of my cake last night? Even though I was there having a serious talk with my mom. Oh, eager to avoid the topic, are we? I wonder if it's appropriate to have someone tag along when asking for a job. Well, as long as he doesn't get in the way. Still feeling somewhat anxious, the two of us made our way to the cafe. Though I often visit the cafe, coming here to ask for a job made the whole thing feel different. The owner greeted us with his usual warm smile. Sorry for dropping by unannounced. When I told him I was looking for a part-time job and I've gotten my mom's permission, his face lit up. So lower than minimum wage. Unless a large chain restaurant is more than minimum wage. Wait, actually, they don't even have... I don't think I've ever heard of Japan having a minimum wage. That's... This cafe is where I want to work. Also, this is my first job, so I'm a bit unsure of myself. But this place means a lot to me, and I love the opportunity to be part of the team here. Absolutely, that sounds great. Who's the notifications? Absolutely, that sounds great. I'm really looking forward to it. As I reveled the moment, the owner gaze shift past me.
錦さん、この人は
おお、我の紹介がまだであった。我はミサ殿の恋人。
Koibi. He's my friend. Yukimaro seems a bit sulky with the answer, but he kept his composure.
初めてのアルバイトだから心配ですよね。何かあればいつでも彼女の様子を見に来てくださって大丈夫ですよ。
The cafe owner seems to accept my explanation, and he smiled at Yukimaro.
お言葉に甘えて見守らせていただこう。頻繁に様子を見に来るだろうからな。
Even after we part ways, the thought popped into my mind and put a damper on my mood.
じゃあ雇用契約ってほどじゃないけど、いつから働くかとかお給料のこととか決めちゃおっか。
Actually, I need to submit a work approval form for my school. Would you mind filling out this form?
もちろんだよ。
He guided us to the table and began the paperwork. As he looked at Yukimaro, something seemed to click, and he smiled.
どこかで見たことがあるなって思っていたんだけど、こないだ二人でうちに来ていませんでしたか。
I was at a loss for words. No, did he notice Yukimaro's enthusiastic reaction to the parfait last time we were here?
それは大変美味なるパフェをちそうになった。
Yukimaro beamed with satisfaction, electing a laugh from the owner.
褒めてもらえて嬉しいです。それじゃあアルバイトが決まった記念に今日はサービスで二人に出しますよ。
How nice. What? Oh no, you really shouldn't. I tried to decline politely, but Yukimaro nearly leapt out of his chair.
それはまことか。
もちろんですよ。
Yukimaro is so shameless. Yukimaro! I attempted to scold him, but the owner quickly went to the kitchen. I feel a bit guilty about this. Is it really okay?
ミサ殿、こういう人の行為には素直に甘えてよいのじゃ。
Why is my camera doing that?
あのオーナーとやらは人に美味しいものを食べてもらうのが喜びじゃからな。
Yukimaro casually sipped his water, showing no doubt in his mind. He must have sensed the owner's aura. After a short wait, the owner returned with a tray holding 2 parfaits.
ちょうど試作品を考えてたところだったんだ。食べた後に感想を聞かせてもらえると嬉しいよ。
Man, Minami would love this place. A new recipe? I was overjoyed, then suddenly felt embarrassed about my animated outburst.
喜んでくれているみたいでよかったよ。
I'm so sorry. It's just that your parfaits, they're always so delicious.
そういう君だからこそアルバイトに誘ったんだ。君はいつも笑顔で食べてくれるからね。うちの味を美味しいと思ってくれているからこそ、お客様にもメニューの説明をできる。
I never realized you saw me that way.
そういえば、君のお父さんもそうだったな。いつも帰るときにこう言ってくれたんだ。美味しいものを食べさせてくれてありがとうって笑顔をくれてね。
Even now?
お客様の笑顔を感じることはあるけど、言葉をかけてくれる人はなかなかいないからね。
We're finally getting more father lore. Express gratitude. He's right. I glanced at Yukimaro. I realized there are feelings I haven't yet put into words for him. I wonder, if I say these things to him, will my words stay in his heart?
どうしたのだ。
Oh, it's nothing. Turning back to the owner, I decided to ask him about something I've been curious about. Would it be possible for me to observe the kitchen? I'm interested in seeing how everything is prepared. I would do it when I'm not working, of course.
見学だけなら全然いいよ。でも、どうしてだい？
I'm curious about the preparation and ingredients. That's part of why I wanted to work here. I was candid with the owner, who responded with a supportive nod.
そういうことなら力にならないとだね。
Thank you so much. I was thrilled that he agreed. He could have told me no and his message was secret, but the fact that he didn't make me very happy.
よかったの
Yes, it really is.
と、アイスが入っているから早くパフェを食べた方がいいよ。食べ終わる頃に説明をしに来るね。
Okay, thank you. On our way home from the cafe, I wish I could spend a bit more time alone with Yukimaro. How about we take a walk before we head home?
いい提案じゃの乗った
I'm glad. Let's go. I was so overjoyed he agreed, but it only made me want to spend more time with him, making me feel a bit greedy. I wanted to hold his hands. After holding back for so much earlier, I found myself being cautious. But if I don't hold his hand now, I might regret it. Be bold, girl. Young. I've reflected on my history with Yukimaro. I realized I've always been the one to let him make the first move. I can't always be waiting on him. I let out a long breath to calm myself. Yukimaro was walking next to me, so I reached out and took his hand in mine. I'm so embarrassed. I can't even look at him.
幸せなのだ
Encouraged by his words, I finally dared to look at him. He was beaming, his cheeks steamed pink. The expressions in this game is so nice.
そなたと一緒にいて幸せでなかったことはないかもしれん時には悲しいこともあったがこの今の幸せのためだったと思えば全てが良き思い出なのじゃ
Yukimaro's gaze was filled with such warmth and affection. It filled me with an overwhelmed sense of happiness. I feel the same way. He would often say that, as a guardian spirit, his role was to guide people to happiness. But I'm not sure if that's quite right. I don't think Yukimaro led me to happiness. He is my happiness. I feel like I can talk to him now. I decided to tell him what I realized back at the cafe. Yukimaro? I called out to him, just seeing him turn around and look my way filled me with bittersweet joy. I knew these moments were fleeting. I think we only have a little time left, right? To be together like this. His eyes seemed to reflect melancholic hues, swirling as they stared back at me. I met his gaze and continued. This morning, I was too shy to say yes when you asked to hold my hand, and in front of Sayaka, I hid my true feelings. But I decided to change that. I don't want to live with regrets. I knew there was time to follow my heart. I needed to share my feelings with him. Otherwise, I might regret it forever. I want to embrace every moment we have left. Will you let me do that with me? Will you do that with me? Yukimaro seems to freeze, as time stood still for a moment. Then, a few seconds later...
ミサ殿
Hey! What are you doing? You can't just hug me now. People are watching. No matter how much I knew I'd regret telling him no, I wasn't ready for him to hug me in public.
なんじゃ釣れないのまあでもいいのだ
Yukimaro gripped my hand tightly. It was as if he was saying he never wanted to let go. I felt elated. I squeezed his hand. I wanted him to know that I felt the same. Hi, Senna. How many times have we been here? And is Senna just like watching us? We wandered without direction until we reached Beat Fun Park.
ここまで来ると潮風を感じていいの
Doesn't it? Hey, should we stop by the shrine?
それもいいな
Maybe the priest can do another exorcism and we can see Toka again. We entered the compound, but I couldn't find the priest. The golden red color of the sunset cast a warm glow on the ground. I realized we were alone. Yukimaro laid down and stretched out his arm. You're just like a little kid.
そなたも我のように
In mid-sentence, I found Yukimaro's hand slot in mine. Yukimaro? I looked up, wondering what's wrong, to find his expression grave. He was frozen. Okay. Number 1, very funny. Koyo and Senna are here, and they're like, And then scenario number 2, it's Toka telling him something. Scenario number 3, he's calling from God. I don't know.
ミサ殿、少しそばを離れても構わぬか。
Sure, but is something wrong?
今しがた座敷わらし協会から呼びかけがあってな。
Okay,
すぐに協会事務所まで来いということじゃ。
number 3 was correct. And does it mean... As his hand started to slip away, panic surged through me, and I quickly grasped his hand. The dry felt before suddenly vanished. It was as if a bucket of cold water had been poured over me. Cold and nervous sweat trickled down my back. Why now? I gasped as the realization hit me. I found my path. I have a new job I'm excited about, and I'm happy. It was over.
大丈夫じゃ。必ず帰ってくる。
I don't like how I feel about how Koharu and Yukimaro are so similar though. Yukimaro tried to comfort me, gently stroking my head. When?
すぐじゃ。夜にはまた会える。
He looked into my eyes, his resolve clear. There wasn't even a hint of deceit in his eyes. Yukimaro would return. We see each other soon. But what if this is goodbye? I mean, unlike Koharu, he's not a part of a clan that says they forbid romance. So it'll probably work out, right?
気休めを言うつもりはないからはっきり言うが、覚悟だけはしておいてほしい。
Yukimaro's voice was quiet and his expression calm, as if he already accepted the fate he knew was coming. I knew I had to accept it too, but I was unable to respond. I knew this was gonna happen eventually. I needed to tell him I understood. I needed to tell him I was prepared. I didn't want to trouble him. Yukimaro released my hand without waiting for my response.
ミサ殿、今からすることを許してほしい。
A kiss? Ooh! With that, his face slowly approached mine, and I knew what he was going to do. My mind went blank. I couldn't think. But I knew I wanted him to do this. And so, I closed my eyes. Oh! Oh, you're so pretty! Oh! Silently, our lips met, my heart pounding loudly in my ears. Feeling Yukimaro so close, all of my embarrassment faded and was replaced by pure bliss. He was so close, and it felt like our hearts were one. He brought me so much happiness. Yet, nothing like this. I love you. I hope my lips will convey these words to him. No, once our kiss ends, I'll tell him I don't want to live with regret. The moment our lips parted, I whispered softly to him, I love you. Yukimaro's reaction was a gentle smile, without a hint of surprise.
やっと言ってくれたな。我も。いや、我はそなたが大好きじゃ。それでは行ってらっしゃい。
Yukimaro vanished instantly. A sharp pang echoed in my heart. Just as he appeared so suddenly in front of me at the shrine, he left. Moments ago, we were together as if that was how things had always been. And like that, he was gone. On my way to the society, I gently touched my lips. I didn't think she'd let me. The moment she closed her eyes, I never felt elated in all my life. I intended to kiss her forehead, but I couldn't contain myself and kissed her on her lips instead. So I was always prepared to part ways with Misa. I never desired it. And besides, it would be too presumptuous to think that by leaving her, Misa would lose her happiness, right?
だがそばにいることはできる。
Even if she could no longer see me, even if we could no longer speak to one another, I could still be near her. However, as I recalled the sad look on her face as I left, I felt as though my heart had been ripped into two. If only I could rush back there and hold her in my arms. But that was impossible. With that thought in mind, I knocked on the Guardian Spirit Society door. I was a spirit meant to bring happiness. Once I've made my master happy, I move on to the next. All I could do now was pray that her future would be filled with happiness, luck, and the light after I left. I wish you every happiness. Too much up there. I don't know when I'll be sleeping next. After saying goodbye to Yukimaro, I headed home. There, I found myself restless, continuing to stare back at the clock. Yukimaro's late. I'll see you tonight. That's what he promised, but it was near midnight. I wonder if the society considers me happy now. And because he's no longer my guardian spirit, I might not be able to see him anymore. I sighed and shook my head. There's no point in dwelling on it. All I can do now is wait. How can we hear you? How can we see you? Oh, Toka. Looking up, I saw Toka's concerned face staring back at me.
Yukimaro-san ならきっと帰ってくるです。なんて言ったってあなたの座敷わらしなんですから。
I could tell he was trying to cheer me up, and that alone gave me comfort. Instead of worrying alone, I found myself talking with someone to be comforting. It held me distracted. Thank you for your kind words, but he might not be my guardian spirit anymore. My career path isn't fully cleared yet, but it's the beginning to take shape.
あなたが辛そうにしていると僕まで辛くなってくるです。恋煩いって苦しいんですね。
Tell me about it. Hey, wait. Did you say love?
言ったです。だってYukimaroさんに恋してるですよね。
How did you know that?
この僕を侮っていますね。言ったじゃないですか。僕はあなたのストーカーだって。
What does stalking have to do with this?
だからそれほどあなたを分かってるってことです。様子だけで気持ちが分かっちゃうくらいには誰に恋をしているのかなって。
I still don't fully get it, but somehow he's very persuasive. I feel like he could see right through me, and I became embarrassed.
進路の次は恋につまずくなんて。ほんと、あなたの人生は山あり谷ありですね。
Maybe if I finally decide what I want to do in the future, maybe if my future career path finally takes shape, that means I can finally find love. It's never gonna happen. Koyo. I need a Koyo in my life.
でも、きっと今度も乗り越えるんだと思うです。
I appreciate your kindness, Toka, but this time is different. He's a spirit after all. Yukimaro and I can't be together. There's a barrier between mortal and spirits that we simply couldn't overcome. Just speaking to him made it clear.
それは些細なことなのですよ。
Toka giggled, and it made me think. Toka's a god. Maybe he knows a way? Is that why he's so confident? I was just about to ask him when Toka spoke up first.
問題はそこじゃないです。相手があのYukimaroさんってところが。もう。
Is it because he's a god, or are you insulting him? Why does he look? Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm gonna do your route next. I mean, your only route left, so.
お前はっきり言って趣味悪いぜ。
Wow, jeez. I didn't even notice Goharu had entered the room when he said that. Are you saying that to Toka, or are you saying that to Misa? Not you two, Goharu. Wait, Goharu noticed too? Am I really that transparent? You both are terrible. You don't have to be so mean.
だってねえ、あのYukimaroさんですよ。 アニメばっかり見て男らしさのかけらもないです。
食い意地も汚いったらないしな。歌も下手くそだし、自分勝手でわがまま。あれは大人のなりしたガキだ。
There's nothing wrong with that. And so what if he likes anime and food? Those are just things he enjoys. What's wrong with doing the things you enjoy? And Yukimaro's great. At least, I think he's great. The words tumbled out of my mouth, and they both stared at me, stunned. Oops, maybe I overdid it. I'm sorry. I guess I got a little heated.
その熱は本人に伝わっているみたいです。
He's right here, isn't he? Uh-huh. What do you mean? Oh. 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 That raspy voice. Oops. That raspy voice of his. Ah. It's love game. I felt his voice close to my ear, and he embraced me from behind. Yukimaro?
そんなにも思ってくれていたなんて、我は幸せ者じゃ。
You're back. Hey, not in front of everyone, please.
ああ、イチャついちゃって。僕は失礼するです。
お似合いだぜ。
No. They both smirked as they left the room together.
我のことでムキになって憤慨してくれるとは、愛しさが溢れて止まらないのだ。好き好きラブラブ。
Ski ski love love. Could you not press your cheeks against mine? Feeling both joy and embarrassment, I couldn't help but to push Yukimaro away from me. Anyway. Oh, don't be like that. I just really want to know what's going on.
そうじゃった、そうじゃった。
His pouty expression quickly changed into a serious one. It seemed that I'd finally find out what was going on. I sighed with relief, only to be filled with shock as he got down on his knees. Proposing? Uh-huh. He bowed deeply, and he was as he did when we first met. His presence seemed
こ
transformed.
たびこの雪丸は主様の座敷わらしの任を解かれました。けれども今後も変わらずに願っております。
So, this really is goodbye. He had always urged me to prepare mentally, and I knew deep down that this day would come. Yukimaro then stood, offering a comforting smile.
そなたのおかげで我は見習いから正式な座敷わらしへと昇格できたのじゃ。感謝してもしきれぬ。
I prepared for this. I knew it was my turn to thank him as well. Yukimaro, I should be thanking you. You were the one who helped me figure out what I want to do with my future. For that, I'm truly grateful.
互いに成長したということじゃな。
Yeah, we have. The thought of us parting felt unbearable. The feeling hadn't changed, but I knew it wasn't the time for me to be selfish. I don't want to be a burden to him. I attempted a brief smile. It hardly marked my sorrow. Tears eventually began swelling in my eyes.
約束したであろう。我の前では素直でいること。ミサ殿、約束をくれぬか。我の前では素直でいると。そなたの感情や気持ちがどんなものであれ、我は受け止める。
His finger brushed my cheeks, and that's when I realized tears were streaming down my face. I'm so sorry. It's just, I know this is goodbye, and
我のために涙を流すその姿も愛くるしくてたまらぬ。もう少し見ていたいものだが、やはりそなたには笑顔でいてほしい。
Yukimaro's hand gently cradled my cheeks. I placed my hand over his, as if to affirm that he would stick with me.
ミサ殿、我はあと少しの間、そなたの瞳に映っていられるだろう。
What do you mean? His expression was the most serious I've seen him from him as he looked directly into my
思い
eyes.
出してほしい。出会いの時を。我がそなたの前に姿を見せたのはどんな状
Capri.
況であったか。
That was... The priest was performing an exorcism ritual. Oh. A realization hit me as the memory became clear. I saw Yukimaro for the first time before he became my guardian spirit. Wait, so the reason I can see you is... Yukimaro smiled and nodded in confirmation.
あの神主の力があってこそなのだ。我が座敷わらしとして申し入れをする前から我らの視線は合っていた。
Did that thing not wear off yet, or am I thinking about Koharu-san? So, we can still be together?
そういうことじゃ。
Overwhelmed with joy, I rushed towards Yukimaro and wrapped my arms around him.
そなたからの熱き抱擁、たまらんのだ。やはり感動の再会とはいいものだな。愛おしさがあふれて、いつもより胸のキュンキュンも倍増じゃ。
You're very... You're kind of ruining the moment. Can you keep that all to your... Rude!
喜ぶときは素直にが我流じゃ。我の良いところをたくさんあげられるそなたなら、これも美点であろう。
You got a point there. I suppose your positivity is one of your many charms. That's right, a gloomy atmosphere doesn't suit us. Even when the time is for us to part, I knew Yukimaro would keep smiling until the very end. I owe the priest a thank you. His ritual let me stay with Yukimaro a bit longer. Wait. Yukimaro? I released him and stared. You knew that the priest's power allowed us to see each other, right?
ああ、そうじゃ。
Then what did you say all the stuff at the shrine about me needing to prepare and all? Yukimaro froze, caught off guard, and his sight began to shift away.
そう、それはじゃな。万が一ということを考慮してのものだ。
I don't remember what she's talking about. Don't tell me you acted that way just because you wanted to kiss me.
だって他に好機がなかったんだもの。もちろんそなたの気持ちが我に向くのを待とうと思っておったが、いずれ別れは訪れる。だから後悔のないようやりたいことは全てやるべき。
You're using your own words against me. My own words.
嫌だったのか
Well, when he say it like that?
ミサ殿も我と同じように接吻をしたいとそう思ってくれていると信じておったのだが。
Yukimaro looked at me with his white puppy dog eyes. Oh no, that look is my weakness. It's not like I didn't not want to, but I mean, I didn't not want to, but to be honest, I was happy about that kiss.
それを聞いて安心したぞ。それでは改めて接吻を。
Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. He hugged me tightly and tried to go in for another kiss, but I lightly pushed him away.
チェ、まあよい。今はやめておくとするか。
So he plans on trying again.
そろそろ寝た方が良いな。
Yo, you wanna sleep in my bed, baby? I did not just say that. I glanced at the clock and realized it was about to be midnight. Oh, wow, how time flies. I have school tomorrow. I really should go to sleep, but I wonder how much I'd be able to see him with my own eyes. I wonder how many times we'd be able to talk back and forth like this. Thinking about things that way, it seems wasteful to not to fall asleep.
これでよし。すまんが、電気を消してくれんかの。
You are sleeping in the bed. Oh, sure. Hey, what are you getting onto the bed too? He stared at me as though sleeping in bed was the most natural thing in the world.
これは奇妙なことを聞く。共に眠るからに決まっておろう。
Oh. What are you saying?
何があった？
どうしたです？
Were they outside listening?
おい、何かあったのか？泥棒でも出たの？
If I shout, I find that the house rushed into my room to check on me, and it turned into quite a commotion. I tried to downplay the situation to my mom and my sister. Yukimaro was escorted out by Toka, who chuckled coldly, and Koharu, who looked angry. I brushed Misa's hair with my fingertips, and gently and quietly, to avoid waking her. If she had allowed it, I would have preferred to hold her tightly rather than touching her lightly like this. I longed to hold her, to kiss her once more. Okay, first of all, why are all of you guys in Misa's room? Good. Guess I'm being watched. These guys sure are pain. Unable to make them leave, I limited myself to caressing Misa's cheek. Surely they would permit at least that much. Misa smiled suddenly. I quickly withdrew my hand, fearing I awakened her. I held my breath, watching her. When Misa's breath remained steady, she was still sound asleep. I hope she's dreaming of meeting me. I was immediately interrupted by some voices. I love their bantering. Oh my god! Yeah. Goro sat and lay down on the floor. Guess he's not going to leave. I had lighted to be alone with her, but I guess he was just looking out for her. Yo, Misa did not consent to this. Get out of my room. The next day, the hectic night was followed by a surprise-filled morning. I woke up to find the three of them in my room. All of them looked exhausted, as if they've barely slept a wink. I wonder what happened. I'm heading out. As I opened the door to leave for school, Yukimaro was there with his arm crossed, waiting. Were you waiting for me? For some reason, Yukimaro looked very upset.
我を助けてくれなかったのだ。
What are you talking about?
そなたの部屋から連れ出された後、小春と効果殿からひどい目に遭わされたのだぞ。
Oh, that. Come to think of it, I did hear a lot of commotion coming from behind the door as I tried to smooth things over with Mom and Sis. And by the time I went to sleep, my room was empty. Thanks to that, I was able to get a good night rest. You had it coming, Yukimaro. You tried to sleep in my bed after all. Don't let Yukimaro know what happened with, let's see, who? With Minami, Hibiki, and Seiya. Don't let him know.
我悪くないもん。ただ一緒に寝たかっただけだもん。なのにそなたがあらぬ想像をしたせいで。
What do you mean by that? So it's somehow my fault?
そうじゃ。我は純度 100% だったのに。
Oh wow. We've only become a couple for one day and we're already having a fight and you're blaming me? 100% purity. It makes it sound like he's talking about some kind of juice. Despite my embarrassment, I tried to set things straight. But, can you really blame me for thinking that? I mean, I have feelings for you.
なんと今好きって我のこと好きって言うてくれたのか。
Oh my god, she literally confessed to you. She said she loves you. She allowed you to kiss her. You guys hold hands. You guys hugged. What else do you want? His puffy face disappeared, replaced by a beaming smile.
なあ、もう一度言ってくれぬかな。
Forget it. I started walking quickly, almost running away from Yukimaro, who began trotting along after me.
おはよう。
Oh, good morning, Sayaka.
今日もゆきまるさんと一緒なんだ。愛が溢れてるね。
I wouldn't go that far. Despite my desire to be honest with my feelings, I couldn't say anymore.
おはようさやか殿。我は愛に生きているのだ。
Can't he just say hello? What happened to hello? How are you? Oh, that's right. I'm planning to visit my sister's shop today. Do you wanna come too, Sayaka?
ごめん、今日は塾があるんだよね。もっと早くに行ってよ。
Yeah, I should have had. My bad for asking the day off. Guess I'll just head there by myself. Then I felt a poke on my shoulder.
我は暇なのだ。
Oh,
いいじゃん。ゆきまるさんとデートがてら行ってきなよ。
hearing Sayaka say it out loud is embarrassing, but I'd love to go on a date. So then, Yukimaro, would you like to go out with me? I'll go with you.
もちろんじゃ。止まられてもついていくぞ。よかったですね、ゆきまるさん。当然じゃ。というよりも、ミサ殿がいればどこでだって楽しめるのだ。
Seeing Sayaka and Yukimaro's excitement, I began feeling jittery. A date, not to mention we're going somewhere new together. I'm excited. After school, I met Yukimaro at the school entrance and we headed towards the city on train.
姉上のお店は結構遠いのだな。
Yes, but it's less than an hour away. Her store is in a fashionable city called Harajuku.
おお、それなら知っておるぞ。パンケーキやクレープなど甘味で溢れておる町だとか。
That's not all it's known for. He probably got the idea from watching TV. But then I saw how happy Yukimaro looked. I didn't feel the need to correct him. After visiting my sister's shop, how about we grab some crepes? Yukimaro's face lit up with this suggestion, shining almost too brightly.
うおー、一度食べてみたいと思っておったのだ。ミサ殿、感謝する。
Shh! You can't be so loud on a train.
これはすまぬ。マナーというのがあるんだったな。
Although Yukimaro apologized, he was still restless, buzzing with excitement. He could be like the kid one moment, then surprisingly mature the next. I quickly decided to sneak a peek at him. Catching me, Yukimaro smiled effortlessly and tilted his head. I wonder if he's doing it on purpose. Since we both boarded the train, Yukimaro has casually guided me and shielded me. How? Okay, both him and Koharu boarded the train. Did they like buy train tickets, or like do you guys have like the Suica card? Like, what's the situation? He was almost like my personal escort. Now that I think about it, whenever we walk on the sidewalk, he takes us side nearest to the road. A true gentleman. Noticing those little things made me smile. I felt like I was being treated like a lady with the way he protected me. Agreed. Even casual conversation were enjoyable with him. I only wish we could visit more places together like this. No, I shouldn't get so emotional. Not now anyway. I tried to shake the thought from my head. Yukimaro cocked his head, looking puzzled. Oh, we're not supposed to hide things from him. I'm just having so much fun. I'm so sorry. Seeing Yukimaro so flustered made me burst out laughing. Yukimaro then whispered in my ear, his hot breath tickling my skin. Yukimaro then stood up straight. I understand. I felt a mix of joy and sorrow, but I embraced his thoughts and feelings. As for me, I want love to begin and end with you, Yukimaro. It was my only wish. Love. The train was a public space, and the mortals are required to act a certain way here. I knew that, but I couldn't help myself. With a bashful smile, she kept excitedly talking about how much fun she was having. Ah, she's so cute! My heart clenched in the turmoil. I yearned to hold Misa close, to share my feelings with her. If only we weren't surrounded by people. The challenge made the moment seem even sweeter. I wanted to enjoy it, yet I wanted to get off the train immediately. I wanted to hold her hand this very instant. I mean, you can still hold hands in a train. Almost. Why do you seem so exhausted? Huh? Looking at Misa felt overwhelming. I suppressed even my own limits. Yet I still wanted to savor everything about this moment. I endured my struggles until we got off the train. Finally, we reached my sister's store. Her display immediately caught our attention, and I paused to admire it. Wow, look at how cool this is! Don't you think, Yukimaro? I wonder if his ability to sense aura is extended to objects as well as people. Hey Tsubasa, Saga couldn't come, so I asked Yukimaro to join me instead. You're already having such a great impression with the family, the in-laws. Yukimaro nodded with a smile, as if he come to some kind of understanding of the plan.
見事な飾り付けだが、それだけではない。翼殿の人柄と仕事への熱意が人々を引きつけておるのだな。
I knew it! He can read the aura of object too. Even if Yukimaro isn't an expert in fashion, he was able to recognize the shop's appeal.
やだな、褒めすぎですよ。そこまで言われちゃうと、どうしたらいいかわからなくなるじゃないですか。我は素直な気持ちを述べただけだわ。おい、兄さん、この人止めてよ。恥ずかしくて仕事になんないって。
Seeing my sister so flustered was rare, and I didn't know why I thought it was so funny. Just accept it. Yukimaro has a knack for picking up on people's best trade, but for what it's worth, I agree with him.
ってことは、こういう人を選んだあんたも見る目があるってことだな。
Caught off guard, I was lost for words. It's not like I picked him. Well,
雪丸さん、帰り道は妹を家のそばまで送ってあげてくれませんか？頼まれずともそうするつもりじゃ。何を置いてもミサ殿を守ると約束しよう。あなたに任せれば心配なさそうですね。
I hadn't planned to keep my relationship a secret from my sister, but she seemed to figure it out already. I'm so embarrassed. But at the same time, it wasn't a bad feeling.
よし、新作も入ってるし、秋冬物を見立ててやるからこっち来い。雪丸さんはうちの妹が着飾るところを見物しててください。
Hey!
ほう、それは楽しみじゃ。今日はあと何度惚れ直してしまうのか。恐ろしや恐ろしや。
More times?
そなたのことは日々惚れ直しておるのだ。1日の最高記録は9回じゃ。今日は新記録が出るやもしれん。
I was flattered, but I also didn't want him to overdo it. It was so embarrassing.
雪丸さんって面白い人なんですね。
I like how Tsubasa's reaction to the two of them, like to Yukimaro and Koharu, are so different. Gosh. Now that we're here, I see that my sister and Yukimaro plan to make fun of themselves. I just stood there watching them, amused and embarrassed, as they exactly talked about me as I tried on various outfits. I felt both delighted and self-conscious. Well, this turned out to be fun. Oh.
ああ、今日は実に良い日じゃ。ミサ殿の愛らしい姿も見られたし、クレープも美味だし。
Yukimaro had cream in the corner of his mouth, and he let out a happy laugh. You got some cream on you. There. I reached out and wiped it away. Suddenly, Yukimaro licked the cream off my finger. Huh?
そなたが地層してくれたものはどんなことがあっても残さぬ。
You surprised me. Next time, please ask first, okay? What am I even saying? My heart raced from my surprise, leading to the odd admonishment of him.
今度からきちんと申告しよう。それにしても。
Yukimaro glanced at the passerby before continuing.
成見ヶ浜と違って人がたくさんいるの。賑やかで良い場所じゃ。
So you like lively places, Yukimaro?
我は人間が好きでたまらぬでな。
He said that on the Q&A thing. He finished his crepe and looked truly content.
人々の活気にあふれている場所は良い気で満ちておる。それを感じ取るのは心地が良い。
His affection for people reminded me that he once was a god. Is it true that you were a god, Yukimaro? There was something I hesitated to ask him about, but he seemed neither surprised nor upset by the question. He merely smiled.
我のことを聞いてくるとは珍しい。
I've always been curious, but now I just wanted to know everything about you.
嬉しいことを言ってくれる。せっかくの機会じゃ。一つ昔話に花を咲かせるのもいいか。
Yukimaro looked up. His gaze wandered into the distance, as if sifting through long-forgotten
これ
memory.
は今よりずっと昔の話じゃ。
Yukimaro lore. Long ago, people worshipped me as their god. I safeguarded lands and blessed its people. In essence, I was a deity of the land. Faith from the people sustained my divinity. I thrived with their prayers and offerings. As time went by, fewer and fewer people believed in me. In the end, only an elder couple prayed for me. Every day, they visit my mother's shrine and leave offerings in my name. Each time they passed by, they bowed and prayed. For God, there is no greater pain than being forgotten by your followers. That couple was my last beacon of hope. But time is unforgiving. One day, the old woman came. It seems like her husband had fallen ill. Each day, she prayed I would heal him. Please, please, heal my husband's sickness. Without him, I feel like I'll die of despair. I felt her pain deeply. Without them, I, too, would have faced such despair. I yearned to repay them. They visit me daily. They have given me gifts and kind of words. Even though my power was worn, I yearned to save the old man. Hearing my determination, Koharu furrowed his brow in response.
お前には人間の病を治すくらいの力はある。だが、個人的な感情で直接干渉することは禁忌じゃねえか。お前、神でいられなくなってもいいのか。
よいよい。持っていたって使わぬ力なのだぞ。持ち腐れになるなら人々のために役立てるのがいい。それにな、神でいられずとも人々を幸福にすることはできる。なせばなる。何事もな。
そうかよ。ま、お前らしくていいんじゃねえか。
Afterwards, I went to the couple's home and cured the old man's illness. Seeing their joy brought me such warmth. Yet, having broken the taboo, I was forced to resign as a god. My hand was marked. I was stripped of my powers. Yet, I harbor no regrets. You don't need the power to support someone. All you need is determination. Thus, I became a guardian spirit, driven by my desire to bring happiness to people. That's nice. Good boy. As Yukimaro finished, he rubbed his left hand. I noticed a dark bruise there.
このあざは我の宝物。
That's nice that he's like not regretting it. I mean, like, obviously, like if he doesn't do that when the old couple died, then he's not gonna be a god anyways. So it's good that he used like his last remaining power to be able to help them. But then he said he's in training, so I wonder if he's probably helped other people, right? So we're not.
これはあの夫婦との思い出の証なのだ。我を最後まで信仰してくれて、毎日心を満たしてくれたあの日々のな。
He always said he enjoyed seeing people smile, and hearing his story from his past made me smile. It was clear he held no regrets.
座敷わらしは我にとって天職じゃ。我が幸福を感じているということは、我の周りにいる人々も幸福という証。人間とは良い関係を築きたい。だが、
Yukimaro turned to me. His gaze was peaceful yet filled with passion. He stared directly into my eyes.
我自身の幸福を願うようになったのは、そなたと出会ってからじゃ。
Me?
ああ、そなたのそばにいたいと思うようになってな。そなたをぎゅっと抱きしめ、肌で感じ、そなたの笑顔の先にいるのが我ならばと、そんな幸福あふれる願いを抱いたのだ。
Suddenly, Yukimaro's expression turned sad and my heart began to ache. We care so deeply for each other. Why can't we have a future together? Yet somehow, I already knew the answer to that question.
すまない。夢のよ
Yukimaro stood up and smiled as he offered his hand to me.
さて、そろそろ日が沈む。帰らねばな。
Right. I smiled as usual and took his hand. I tried not to drown in the sorrow and lingering of my heart. I returned home with Yukimaro. My mother had a night shift, so I had dinner with my sister. She kept asking about Yukimaro, but little did she know he was sitting right there in spirit form. Gah, it's not fair that you were listening in on us.
良いではないか。そなたが我への思いを語る姿を見るのも胸がキュンとして好きなのじゃ。雪丸さんって意外と意地悪ですね。でも僕だったとしてもそばで聞いちゃうかも。
As the three of us talked, time quickly passed by us. Oh, I need to start getting ready for bed soon. Toka then took a step towards
ミ
me.
サさん、おやすみなさい。眠っている間も見守っていますね。
Please get some sleep
と
yourself.
言ってもずっと見守っているんですけどね。それが僕の幸せだから。
Thank you, but hearing you say it like that makes me embarrassed. Toka smiled and left the room. I suddenly found myself alone with Yukimaro.
今宵こそ共に眠りたいのだが。
No. No.
分かっておる。だがお休みの中は良いだろう。
Well, without waiting for an answer, Yukimaro gently took my hand and kissed it.
ミサ殿、今日もありがとう。願わくば夢に我が現れるように。
I want to thank you too. I'll be wishing to see you in my dream until I fall asleep, okay? Yukimaro smiled in response and then left the room. Today was another happy day. With that thought in mind, I lay down on the bed. Oh, I need to turn off the light. Unable to fight the tiredness, I close my eyes. I hope to dream of Yukimaro. I hope of dreaming about Haruka. I heard someone calling me in my dream. I'm right. Minami?
ミサ殿、ミサ殿、
It's Yukimaro. Is that Yukimaro?
ずっと見守っておる。大切なそなたの幸せを我は願ってね。
I can't really hear him. What is he saying? Hey, Yukimaro? The bright morning stars could see through the window, waking me up. What a strange dream. It was as though Yukimaro was saying something to me, or at least that's how it felt. I didn't think I'd actually dream of Yukimaro. That's goodbye, wasn't it? I got ready as usual and ate breakfast, just like any other morning. But something was different. No one was home. Not Yukimaro, not Toka, or Koharu. Is everyone busy or something? I'm heading out. I looked around the house. I thought at least Yukimaro would be here. He always waited for me outside whenever I headed to school, but I didn't see him anywhere. I have a bad feeling about this. Don't tell me he left without saying goodbye. After school, I ran home as fast as I could. He couldn't have just left without saying goodbye, but that's not exactly the point. That's not exactly what's happening. He didn't leave, I just couldn't see him. As that realization came to me at school, I just couldn't stay calm. Yukimaro, are you here? Toka? Koharu! No one responded, and my voice was the only thing that echoed in the hall. The horrible emotions overwhelmed me. It felt like the depths of my soul were being crushed. I could barely breathe. Koharu! Oh no, cause he's like haunting us, yeah. Suddenly, I heard a voice from behind, and I rushed to turn around to find Koharu there. Koharu! I'm so glad. I thought I couldn't see you guys anymore. I was so worried. Relief flashed over me as I looked at Koharu. I'm sure both Yukimaro and Toka are just taking care of something. Have you seen Yukimaro? I haven't seen him at all today. Time's up. Koharu, what's the matter? Why isn't he saying anything? Why does he look so pained? Because they're haunting us. What? I felt dizzy. I looked around me, but still, I couldn't see anyone. It was just Koharu and me in the room. But I didn't get to say goodbye. I couldn't even say thank you. He's still in the room, you can still say thank you. I couldn't see anything before me. Tears began streaming down my face. From there, I could no longer form words. Koharu placed his hand on my head, offering me his chest to lean on. I clutched his kimono tightly and just cried like a child. Bah. Chapter 8. One more chapter. Wow, I'm gonna do a little bit of this and I'm gonna stop streaming because I still have study to do. Ooh, I want to drop out of uni already. Oh my god. After my mom came home, I said I felt sick and shut myself in my room and just let the tears flow. I always knew this moment would come. I just never expected it to be so soon. I at least thought I'd be able to say goodbye. But even now, I could still call out to them. I learned to look around, to keep moving. They showed me how, after all. So, are you there? I whispered to the emptiness. No reply came, not that I expected one would. My words just evaporated into silence. Yet, I felt compelled to keep talking. Toka? I know you've been with me ever since I was little. I'm so thankful for the moments we shared. I'm truly grateful from the bottom of my heart to have learned of your existence. Thank you. I took a deep breath, seeking sincerity, then slowly let it out. Yukimaro. I was breaking down just calling his name. I'm so glad I met you. It wasn't that I couldn't speak, I just couldn't find the right words to say. But I really wanted to tell him. I'm always thinking of you. I think this is better, right? I feel like this might be where it part ways, right? I'm not looking at a guide, I'm just assuming. I'm just gonna save here just in case. I'll always be thinking about you. Even if I meet someone else in the future, my feelings for you will never change. My room was silent. I said those words trying to move forward, but it didn't ease the pain I felt in my heart. No response. Before, I could interact with objects, even eat. But now, there was no longer signs of them. If Senna could touch objects, I'm sure they could. Come on. Then came a knock, and the door opened without waiting for me to answer. Clara's question was tingled with awkwardness, perhaps unsure of what exactly to say. Yet somehow, his clumsiness made me just feel a little bit better. I just said goodbye to them, but I'm not sure if I did it right. I tried to smile at him, but realized my smile was slightly filled with pain. I half expected them to show some kind of sign that they cared me, maybe move something, but because there was no response, I felt like I was saying goodbye to them too late.
人に悪さする奴らもいるが、大抵のあやかしはわきまえている。干渉したら罰があるってわけじゃないがな。人の世に暗黙の決まりがあるように、あやかしの世にもそういうのがある。常識ってやつだ。
I see.
ちなみに言っておくが、過度に人の姿に化けるのも干渉になる。
Why aren't spirits allowed to intervene?
今回の場合、お前の思いを縛ることになる。お前の人生の邪魔になるだろう。人は人、あやかしはあやかしだ。
I guess I kind of understand that. Yukimaro said he looked for ways for us to stay together, but found none. I just wish I could see him a few more seconds. A moment to say goodbye would have been nice. But maybe it wasn't what I needed. I knew this day would inevitably. It was inevitable, and I thought I was ready for it, but clearly I was not.
心ってのは頭で整理できることじゃないからな。
Hearing him agree with me lightened my heart. At the same time, I started thinking about Yukimaro. I wondered how he was holding up. I've been so wrapped up in my own feelings. Is Yukimaro... How do I say this? Should I ask if he's happy, or if he's managing okay? Should I ask about his role as his guardian spirit? Koharu read my concern, offered a comforting smile.
あいつなら大丈夫だ。ガキみてえな振る舞いばかりだが、それなりにできたやつではある。
Well, if you say so, Koharu, then I feel better. He's right. In the time I spent with Yukimaro, it seemed like he'd prepared himself for this. He was always anxious for my future. He would always worry about what would happen after he was gone. I aimed to pull myself together. I think it'll take a little while before I'm able to go back to living an ordinary life I was before, but I'll do my best. I smiled, and Koharu reciprocated.
お前なら大丈夫だとは思うが、俺はもう少しだけ様子を見ていることにする。
Thank you. So, the reason I'm able to see you is because you seem to haunt me, right? So, when are you planning to do the haunting? I'd like to brace myself for it.
そう構えなくてもいい。じっくり恐怖を味わわせてやるからな。
I gulped harder in response to his intense gaze. But please don't do anything too scary.
冗談だ。ま、お前が雪丸のことが気になっている間はここにいてやる。
Go ahead. Okay, stop. You're being too kind right now. I'm in Yukimaro's spell, but my heart's like, Koharu. Oh, in that case, could you tell me about him? How's he doing these days?
ああ、嫌な情報を流してやる。例えば、今お前の部屋で鼻をほじくっている。
I wouldn't say that's something I didn't want to hear. If anything, it's just funny.
叩くんじゃねえ。冗談を言っただけだろ。
Oh, is he really here right now?
ああ、センスで叩いてきやがった。今はお前の隣にいるぜ。お前から見て左だ。
I turned to where Koharu indicated. I obviously couldn't see him. So Yukimaro is somewhere around here? That would mean his eyes would be around here. Though invisible, I hope my eyes will meet his.
お前、すごいな。俺からしたら見つめ合ってるように見えるぞ。
That thought alone was comforting. I spent so much time with Yukimaro, I think he would be about this tall. I wonder if we're still making eye contact. I want to see you, Yukimaro. If only I could turn to a spirit, then I could be the one to enter your world. I sighed, knowing such things were impossible.
お前が合わせるか。
What is it?
いや、なんでもね。とりあえず今日はとっとと寝ちまえ。まあ、母親が心配してるから顔見せてやるよ。
Yo, Koharu, you know something. Don't gatekeep. I smiled when Koharu mentioned my mom and he left the room. He's right. I shouldn't worry her. I knew I probably look like a mess right now, but I decided to wash my face before heading downstairs. Koharu's being so nice. I'm so touched by Koharu. Yeah, Koharu. Okay, even though I didn't really quite enjoy his route as much as others, I still think Koharu's a really good guy. After assuring me I had fallen asleep, I quietly left her in her room. I had intended the words only for myself, but soon heard a reply. Despite his youthful appearance, Toko was a deity. His wisdom and intelligence shone true. His aura was far more noble than mine ever was, even when I was a god. I knew it was bold for him. I knew it was bold to ask him that. Toka was a rival for her love, after all. And yet, Toka responded with a smile. Don't worry, you're next, Toka. You're next. Whoa. Shots fired. His words hit hard. Through his smile, I could tell he was very angry. Though I suppose that makes sense. My question towards him was rather thoughtless. Don't worry, you'll know soon enough. With that, Toka disappeared. This is my fault. He was absolutely right, and I had no rebuttal. But there was a solution. That would take a great deal of time, but it would bind her. I'd rather avoid that if we can. What are you doing? They say love can drive you mad, and clearly I was no exception. No. That was nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna stay here and end it for today. Okay. Again, I don't know when I'll actually be able to stream next, because I'm so busy with study. I want to drop out of uni already. I don't want to be employed anymore. That's a joke, no. No. I'm grateful to have a job, to have an income. Please, I don't want to get fired. I don't know, it's the time of the year I'm just like so stressed about study. And nothing even happened yet, but like, I just wish I was like more passionate about what I was studying. Maybe I'll make it better, but I think that's why I like 9 so much. There's so much I can talk about like 9-bit and how I like relate to everything, which I will do a video about. I don't know when, but yeah, I got Adobe back, yay! I will be like putting the clips together.